Ooh, I did not mean to do that. Hold on. Can I change this? Oh, I don't know how to change that now. I want to switch where my camera is because it feels awkward to have it right here in the middle. God, I really want to move it. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Oh, man. Oh, I can move it. Okay, thank God. Okay, it just feels better in the middle here. Okay. Hi. I hope I sound decent. You guys can let me know in a second. Hi. Grateful you joined so quickly. I hadn't even announced anything yet, but it's good to see you. How you been, man? Also, with like the sounds of everything, please let me know if I gotta turn myself up or the game down, because I know my options like they're always changing on here. Because for some games I have to turn stuff down. For this, I think I should be good, but I might have to switch it up. This too. Oh, it might have switched my mic automatically. Hold on. There we go. That should be way better. Hopefully, that's way better. Yeah, and I'm not sure why it didn't change my title thing. But hi, welcome. I'm just changing up everything here, basically. I'm glad I sound alright. Alright, so I change up the title. Hi, welcome. Good to have you all here. I'm grateful. So if you're not familiar with me, I'm Danny Dragon. I'm a rapper. I'm from the high desert, and I literally have an album out called The High. Well, it's an EP. It's only 7 tracks, but it's called The High Desert. And I'm exploring Star Wars Jedi Survivors' high desert area. So I have to change the title. I accidentally left it as my last one, so I'm not playing Soul Calibur. Sorry if you were looking forward to that. But I held a poll on my Instagram to decide what I would play today, and everybody wanted to see Star Wars, so here we are. Oops. Have you checked out Outlaws yet? No, I really want to, though. I've been, like, kind of hesitantly anticipating that one in particular. I'm excited. But it looks pretty good. I'm glad. I like that the BX droid, I think is what it's called, or B3, or like whatever it is. I'm glad that the BX droid looks like it's kind of like your partner in the, at least in the key art for it. It looks like that, but I'm not really sure. But I'm just changing up a couple of things on the stream, and then I'll get started here. All right. This isn't Soul Calibur. I know, yeah. I was so anxious to go live, I forgot to change the title. So actually, that's another good thing you guys can do while you're here. Once I update it, you guys can let me know if you like refresh and stuff and like rejoin, if it fixes it. It should be fixed pretty soon, and I should have it like better with like the thumbnail and everything. That's also part of the reason I started so late, because I was making this because I got home later than I expected to. I had errand to run. No. And then, okay, for sure. Let you check? Okay, I'll let you know. It should be uploaded in like just a second. My computer is so slow, so it's like... That's one thing that sucks too. Like, I got this laptop for college, and one thing... There are lots of signs of that people have as that... Oh, I'm getting older. Now I know I'm really getting older. For me, it's the fact that my brand... Like, it feels like it's brand new. It feels like I just barely bought this laptop, like, a year ago. No, I got it for college 6 years ago, so it makes sense that it's kind of taking a crap on me now. But... But yeah, I did change how the stuff looks, so if you want to check that for me. I'm looking at it on my PC and it looks better. It did the trick. Okay, cool. How do we feel about the title? I put it in the quotes on purpose because I just thought that would be really funny. But yeah, I'm just monitoring the stream on my PC as I have my setup here. I really want to start using Twitch, but... Because what I want to do is I want to have like a place to stream and also a place to like have the edited clip stuff here. So I wouldn't want to like do a live stream for you guys here on YouTube and then edit the same video to post on YouTube again. I think it would be cool to have a Twitch channel and then post those the like edit downs of the VODs to the YouTube channel. But I'm trying to just get back into the content creation grind in general. So for now, for the foreseeable future, I guess you guys will be the first to see it. We can plan on doing a stream here about like once a week-ish. And I'm hoping that will work out.
Pilgrim Sanctuary has some new caretakers.
Ugh.
That sentry droid's in trouble.
Yeah. The sentry droids are crazy. That's the one, it might be kind of hard to see on the stream, but it's the guy with the purple glowing staff. Those guys are really tough to deal with. So I first ever beat this game on Jedi Grandmaster difficulty, so for any of the tryhards, I already did that, you know. But I wanted to kind of enjoy it a little bit more on the second run through, and this is the run where I'm hoping to get the platinum. So kind of keeping it a little bit more chill this time around. But we just unlocked Cal's dash, which I love as a move. It's so cool to have a dash in this. And then I'm running the blaster dual blade stance combo. Let me know if you've played the game before, or even if you haven't and you kind of have just seen them. Do you have a favorite combination of stances? For me, it's by far it's either this one, or you gotta go for like the cross guard and the single blade. Like just like you have the single blade and then it comes up as the cross guard one. High Desert Havoc would be a good title. Listen. Don't get better at content creation than me, because the market's already tough enough as it is. Just wanted to drop by for a little bit. I hope you have an awesome time. Thank you. I appreciate you, #1 Miku fan. It's so fun. Ah, man, I was going to spoil something for you. I won't. So you're just going to have to wonder what I'm talking about now. Anyways. Just waved at his friends, like what he... Bro was with his friend. Okay, so one thing I'm trying to do, one of the trophies I want to get, is I have to use the point-blank shot for the blaster stance, so I'm going to try to use that more. Okay, so we'll confuse that guy. One thing about going live that I enjoy too is... Ah, man. One thing that I enjoy about going live is that to kind of like put on a show, I'm usually inspired to kind of make combat flashy. And what that results in sometimes is I actually end up doing more combos and using more of the powers in games than I normally use. So you guys are like kind of a great excuse to explore more of the game's mechanics than I might usually do. I'm gonna turn my mic up just a little bit. Let me know if that blasts your guys' ears out. It should be fine, but I want to make sure I'm louder than everything else. But yeah, like this. Oh, with these guys. Okay. Come on. Ah, I didn't know that guy was gonna come for me first. He was gonna what for me? Relax, buddy. This is Star Wars. Star Wars is technically supposed to be family friendly. That reminds me. Oh, you know what? Actually, you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of like Nikki 30. And I don't have a problem with Nikki 30 at all. I have a problem with how they did his Fortnite like collab stuff. Because instead of doing like an emote with the audio of like never back down, never what, like that clip, I guess they probably couldn't use that clip, most likely because a kid was in it. Like that actual child was in it, and they can't like legally get the rights to, you know, use that kid's voice in a licensed thing. Star Wars is supposed to be family friendly. I know, well, like, it's not like family friendly like PG, but it's like PG-13, you know what I mean? But I was salty when I found out that Nikki 30's emote was like the song remix that they made, instead of it just being the clip of the audio of never back down, never what. But like I said, they probably legally couldn't do that because it was a kid's voice, and like selling that and marketing it and stuff, they would have to like pay him or something.
Let's keep moving.
Yeah, proceeds to dismember Stormtrooper. Yeah, you're right. Oops, cutting off people's arms. I played the Force Unleashed games, and I usually design my lightsaber with dark and light. Dude, okay, so like, Star Wars The Force Unleashed 1 was definitely the better game, in my opinion. I feel like most people would agree with that take. But Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2 on the Wii had the option to have both light and, like, it had the black saber crystal and the white saber crystal, so having that as the duo of, like, a black saber and a white saber, was really, really sick. I think you could do it in the PS3, like the flagship version too. But oh my gosh, that never stopped being cool. Even now, I could go play that game again, and like the dark saber and the and that was before it was like the dark saber, like before the lore about there only being one and it being made by a Mandalorian was popularized by, of course, the Mandalorian show. But yeah, early Legends Star Wars stuff was so special. It was so cool. I really enjoyed a lot of those stories, and I'm salty that Force Unleashed isn't canon anymore. I understand why, and like why Disney did what they did with like the Legends stuff. I kind of get it. Oh, but man, like I would actually. This is a good question to ask you guys, chat. How would you bring in Starkiller if you could make him canon? And if you don't want to make him canon, why would you not want to make him canon? Because for me, I feel like an easy route is to just have him be an Inquisitor, but he's like a special Inquisitor. Like, I don't know, let's say if, hypothetically, they do like Obi-Wan Season 2, and then in Obi-Wan Season 2, there's like this Inquisitor who like isn't the main antagonist, like how Reva or Revan or whatever, Reva, God, I feel bad. Her name. She was like the main Inquisitor in the Obi-Wan show. But what if they made it not like her, to where she was kind of like the main villain outside of Vader, of course, for that show? But what if they made him just kind of show up here and there? He kind of caused some trouble, but didn't really like change the whole game, so to speak. But then at the end of Season 2, there's like this Marvel-style post-credits cutscene thing where they make him, they have like this little scene of him like kneeling before someone and like, you know, it is done, Lord Vader, or whatever. And then it gets revealed that this Inquisitor has like a special relationship with Darth Vader. So he's like, the last scene of Obi-Wan Season 2 is like him kneeling and like looking up at Vader, and then Vader is like, "Rise, my apprentice," and then he takes off like a helmet or something, and it's Sam Witwer and it's Starkiller. Like, that would be so, that's literally like Star Wars fanfic dream come true. I know it'll probably never happen. They're kind of seemingly kind of trying to leave Starkiller behind, which I kind of get why. But man, if I could have my way with the franchise, that's what I would do. I would bring in Starkiller as an Inquisitor who like we have to discover why he's special to Vader and why Vader wants him to like train and be with him in particular. So sorry I'm taking forever to find my path here. I just didn't realize there was this hole in the wall. That's one thing I love about these games, man. Like, the map is entirely diegetic, and I love that, like, you can even see in the corner up there how it's just BD's hologram that's showing, and then just a lot of like the modern game practice kind of stuff that they do nowadays, with like the open path being shown right there, the stuff that you absolutely cannot go to being in the red. I really like that. The stuff that you can open being in the green, because I remember playing some of the early Resident Evil games, and man, you were just screwed if you didn't really know where you were going. Oh well, like, too bad. You really had to do some figuring out. And there's like a charm to that I understand that some people might miss in modern games, and it makes me glad for, like, you know, the Miyazakis out there who make the Dark Souls games that are like hard on purpose and stuff like that, because like, I get it, there's a market for it and people want what they want. But for me personally, man, just some of those luxury affordances of modern gaming and like the enhanced map UIs and stuff like that, that's what I personally like. I am not sure where to go. I'm tripping out right now. I genuinely do not know where to go. And I've beat this game before, too, so I look like an extra goober right now. Because I know I already went up there. Because it looks like there's a path to go through down this way. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I was being silly. No, it looks like it's like through... Okay, here we go. See, I knew it was going to be easy. I knew it was going to be simple. Oh, and this. Interesting. Hold on. Let me check all the way down here first. Oh, that's it. That was all there was. Okay. So let me see here. You'd have to nerf him. He's too OP for the mainline verse. Have him be Vader's deadliest secret Inquisitor, but Luke defeats him in a fair duel after Vader's death, and he joins the rebellion. That would be really interesting, actually. I could dig that, actually. Like, he kind of is like a... Because I don't remember that much about the sequels. I've literally only seen them like once, or maybe twice. And I'll revisit them someday, because even if they're not my favorite, it would be kind of a disservice not to check them out at least one more time, you know?
No sign of the path safe house yet.
I like that idea. I like that. That's pretty unique. Kind of sharing the thing about him being an Inquisitor, but I like the idea of Luke defeating Starkiller. But man, I would love... And it sucks too, because I know this is probably even less likely than the idea of him coming back in the first place, but Starkiller even if like Ahsoka doesn't defeat Starkiller, I feel like they would have to at least have a duel.
I see him.
They gotta at least talk and fight, because... And apparently... This is one of those, like, I know everything kind of facts that I feel like a lot of people probably spit out randomly, that I always feel clever and smart for spitting out, but it's true and it's really cool. During the the production of Clone Wars and Star Wars The Force Unleashed, they were both, like, being started at, like, around the same time, and without any communication between teams, it was literally a complete coincidence. Anakin Skywalker got an apprentice in the Clone Wars show who had a reverse grip lightsaber, and in Star Wars The Force Unleashed, Starkiller had a reverse grip lightsaber. And it's like, oh, that just makes my nerd brain go ballistic, because that's like, hell yeah, dude. They just knew without knowing. Like, they just had that synergy with Starkiller and Ahsoka, which makes me feel good. Without a purpose, he could be lost and distraught, and Luke could defeat him in battle without it being an aspect. Yeah, I feel that.
Perfect. That should give our operation cover from Imperial staff.
So, just in case you haven't already seen, like, the story ending and everything for Jedi Survivor, I'm about to spoil it, so this is your opportunity to leave if you want to. But hearing some of the things that, like, happen in the Force Echoes and knowing more about, like, the ending and what Bode is doing to us, like, oh my god, I'm so much it reminds me of the tier spoiler for God of War Ragnarok 2, the twist with him, where it's just like, you replay the game and you just, almost every single line of dialogue changes, and it breaks your heart. Like, it makes me sad. In a good way. I mean, it's effective storytelling, because it makes me really care about these characters, but I'm just sitting here like, dude, like, come on. Bone's supposed to be our boy. Alright, here we go. You're not leaving here alive. Look at you. Instantly dying. Look at you, you goober. Okay, cool. Oh, the shortcut from there. Okay, yeah, see? I knew there was a way to get up this way. That drill is scary as hell, dude. Starkiller's purpose was to help Vader kill the Emperor. Yeah, that's true. See, and that's one thing about the original games that I don't really know. I wonder how much of that plot was like Darth Vader messing with Starkiller, and how much of that was actually Anakin wanting to start the rebellion. Because that was one of the coolest things about Star Wars The Force Unleashed that I liked about like when it was canon, was the idea that accidentally, or maybe kind of on purpose, like I said, as if kind of Anakin was in there somewhere, Darth Vader helped like start the beginnings of the rebellion. Just the idea of that being the case is so cool to me. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Oh, let's go! Okay, so that's the point-blank shot skill that I was talking about. I have to do a certain amount of those for one of my trophies. So I'm gonna try... I won't base this whole live stream around that, because I want to just have fun and show you guys cool combos and stuff also. But, like, in moments like that, where it's only those two weaker enemies around me, I could definitely do that. Starkiller could have been sent on a mission, and he finds out that Vader dies, so he roams the galaxy and encounters Luke, and they fight. I like that idea. I think that's pretty cool. I dig the idea of him having to kind of search for purpose after Vader, so to speak. Because I know that's kind of what it felt like in the Star Wars universe in general. Like, when the sequels were coming out, that's what I was thinking about. It's like, why are there stormtroopers, and how does an order exist and all of this stuff without Darth Vader? Like, it felt like he was the anchor of that world. Like, he was instrumental to everything. He was the chosen one in the prequels, and he was obviously the Emperor's right-hand man in the main trilogy. And even like the ghosts and remnants of what he did were a plot point in the sequels. So it just makes me wonder, like, yeah, how would Starkiller, a potential canon version of Starkiller, go on after somehow finding out, like, oh, my master is dead, like, what do I do now? Because I know for Darth Vader, obviously, with the ending of Episode 6, he helped take down the Emperor, so it's kind of like... It's not really like he was really mourning him, like, this super sad death. It was, for him, I imagine, mostly, it was just like, I can let go, I can be free. Like how when he said with Luke, like, oh, like, let me see my son's face, it's like, for him, he kind of just found peace when his master died. But he never really wanted to be his lapdog in the first place. He kind of just found himself in that position and stayed in that comfort, not wanting to do anything else. But what would Starkiller do without Vader when he passes away? I guess it just kind of depends on what their last words would be to each other, because for the ending of Star Wars Force Unleashed 2, I mean, I just kind of find myself questioning, like, we know the canon ending is... well, canon, it's not canon anymore, but, like, the canon version of that ending, the canon version of that ending in terms of, like, that game, he captured Darth Vader, and of course, because of the events of the original trilogy, we know that he somehow escapes, but I would have loved to see how and why, and, like, what went on with all of that. Okay, I remember that this puzzle took me a long time the first time, so I'm hoping I have galaxy brain with my foresight, and I can make it work a little easier now. I'll be back in just a second. My laptop's close to dying, and I'm using it to check on chat, so I literally just have to plug my laptop in. I also am being very irresponsible with my schedule. Well, it's not the worst thing ever. I don't have work tomorrow, so I can afford to stay up late. But I'm trying iced coffee for the first time at 12:10 a.m. Don't judge me too hard. Pretty mid. I just wanted to try it for the first time. I was just getting dinner anyways after work because I worked a later shift today. Mid. Not particularly great. Not terrible, but iced coffee? Kind of mid. Oops. Yikes. Cringe. But I still wanted coffee. I just felt like that taste. Okay. Puzzle time, brethren. This shouldn't be that. Like I said, I have done this before now, so I have the unique power of knowing how to do the puzzle already. See, because this gets... Oh, okay. So they both come here. I have to get them to meet in the middle. But there's, like, something wrong with these, right? One of these, like, either doesn't work or something. Oh, you know what it is? Okay. I remember. This one has the place to notch it in here. This one doesn't. I cannot lock this one. So I have to bring this one forward first. But how do I stop it at the right spot is the question.
Interesting.
Rise of Skywalker weakened the ending of Return of the Jedi. Somehow Palpatine returned. Yeah, that's one of the most popular criticisms of it. And it's one that I agree with. It's genuinely like... God, Oscar Isaac must have, like... he's a trooper for delivering that line and not laughing his ass off, because, oh my gosh. I mean, I get it. Like, as an actor, it's like one of those things people say about, like, acting in general. Like, it's not your job to rewrite the script. Like, you read what you're given, you try to do a good job with it. But, oh my gosh. Just genuinely bad. Genuinely bad stuff. I'm trying to grab, yeah, this one, because then this one brings this up. Oh, okay, so if this one is down, this one will come all the way this way when I pull it, right? Right, okay, so then when that one's back down, we take this out. Then it will get stopped right here. Then we pull this one forward. I'm not lying when I say that the first time, this probably took me literally like upwards of 15 minutes. I don't know what was going through my head. I was just really not doing a very good job. I messed it all up. How many styles can you have with a blaster and or lightsaber? So there's only one blaster stance, which is this one. It just, you have the lightsaber out and a blaster at the same time, which I like. But then total styles, and I can show you in the menus later. Oh, see, this is the part I don't know how to do, because I don't know how to get this past here. Because now what do I do? See, dude, oops, cringe. I thought I had it easily, and I don't. Oh, I know what to do. I'm being silly. I do know what to do. Because look, we pull this, but then before it gets there, we just pull it all the way out. Yeah. Like I said, the first time I ever did that, it took me an embarrassingly long... It took me like 20 minutes to solve that puzzle. It's really not that hard.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I have the hindsight of knowing how to do it now, but really, it was not so bad. I just had to use my noggin.
Good job.
But yeah, with the lightsaber styles, there's the blaster one, the dual-wield one. There's obviously the regular, just single classic lightsaber. There's the crossguard stance, which looks like Kylo Ren's lightsaber, where it has the two things jutting out of the side with the larger single blade. That one's kind of like the great sword, slow, heavy stance. And then there's a double-sided saber. Darth Maul style.
There was a scramble to evacuate.
It's so sad. So, For those who don't know the context of this part of the story, we are on Jeddah, a place called the High Desert, and I'm from the real life High Desert. So it's always really weird and immersion breaking when the characters are like, we have to get the anchorites out of the High Desert. And I'm like, this is supposed to be a galaxy far, far away, not my backyard. Like, it's so awkward. But I mean, I get it. There's only so many names you could pick for places, and this is a desert area. I mean, literally, my community looks like how this environment does.
Are you coming with us?
I must remain here a little longer. Go now. There is no time. I will seal the passage behind you.
Dang, and he helped them escape before the cave-in, so he got trapped.
May the Force be with you all.
Damn, dude. Okay. So what's happening right now is that was Brother Armias. We are going to him because he is a part of the Hidden Path, a place that Cal Kestis, this Jedi's master, is helping guide Jedi and other Force-sensitive refugees through this area to grant them safe passage and new identities and stuff. Brother Armias currently has a bunch of important data on him that we have to go retrieve because he got trapped in this cave-in and is potentially going to get found out by the Empire before we can get to him. I forgot that this was this part. Brother Armias.
Seer Junda sent me.
Master Junda, you use the Force with Cal Kestis.
It's time to go. The Empire's closing in.
Yes, which is why this must make it back to Master Junda. These contact codes cannot fall into the hands of the Empire.
Contact codes, right. So, like, ways to talk about, like, the information they're trading. Ah, Brother Armias. Marin!
Cal, he's gone. Take this. Go through quickly. It will protect you. Go.
Ah, that sucks so bad.
I can't hold this forever.
Okay. Oops, sorry.
Save him.
You died protecting the path.
True.
Come on, Cal. You can do this. What are you waiting for?
It's so funny that this is like a super urgent moment and I'm gonna meditate to change some stuff real quick. Oops, sorry, Marin, hold on. I promise I'll hurry. Okay. So with the lightsaber... Actually, this could be some fun to kind of let you interact a little bit. R.I.P. Magic Dreads. No, for real, that guy was sick. But this could be kind of fun. You can pick which stances I use right here. So there's single, double-bladed, dual-wield, blaster, and crossguard. And you can pick whichever ones you want for me to use. You can have up to 2 at a time. For now, I'm going to get some upgrades for crossguard, though. Because... yeah. The swipe attack is really clutch. But yeah, which 2 saber styles do you think? I like the broad range of like upgrades that you can get for it too. A lot of different ones. Dual wielding sounds fun. Okay, bet. So we'll do that one. And then I think for the other one, we can have... We could have double-bladed. Or we could just... Actually, you know what? We're gonna... I feel like I haven't been giving it a lot of love in, like, this playthrough in particular. We're gonna do... We're actually just gonna do the regular single lightsaber blade. But we'll keep the dual wield on. Because I feel like I don't use the single blade enough. And the dual wield one can kind of be for like those like multi-person encounters where I really want to focus my fire on a lot of different people at once. Besides, I've been using the blaster stance for like a long time.
Yeah.
True.
Let's get these codes to Seer.
Here we go.
That drill's gonna be a problem.
Droid, go take it out. Okay. This is one thing I love about the Jedi games, too. There's as much of a focus on the platforming and, like, exploration stuff as there is on the combat. which I love. This is one of my favorite parts of this whole game.
Close.
I'm impressed.
Impressed? Yeah, okay. What, like you didn't expect me to be goated? I take offense to that, honestly. Marin cringe. Passing through Jedi barriers resets the force, dash and flip, yeah. So that's another really cool thing. Passing through the little green things there, it grants you some little buffs. Like you get your jump and your dash back. So you can get some like you'll see in this little section here, you can get some crazy setups. Like this. Which do you like more overall, Star Wars or God of War? Honestly, it really does have to go to God of War. It's just like special to me in a way. Because Star Wars came to me a little later in life, so that's part of the disadvantage it has. I didn't really discover Star Wars like as a child. I really started to love it more as like a preteen teenager and stuff like that. But God of War has kind of just always been there. Oh my gosh! I really thought I was gonna miss that right now. God, that thing is huge! Okay. I don't have too much time to just look back at it. Anyways.
Made it.
Okay, we got through. To a place where I think it can't currently go. Oh my gosh!
Another route. There's a lot of patrols.
We can manage.
We can manage. Oh, hey! Bye! I think we go back this way.
Careful, there's danger nearby. You don't stand it. Can't track him.
What is that? Are you talking about like the giant machine? It's a drill that the Empire is trying to use to mine into this area because they know that the contact codes and stuff are here, so they want to destroy the whole building because this is also a place where they worshipped Force users, like they revered Jedi. So of course the Emperor wants to destroy any semblance of the old order in order to prevent people from seeing other symbols of power that might be able to challenge his rule.
Our friend is back.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Thanks again for the charm.
You needed it more than me.
That's funny. Okay. I wasn't going to do like any more upgrades and stuff. I just wanted to rest there because that's this game's checkpoints. So when you rest there, it saves your progress, and I didn't want to lose all of that. So here we go. I'm trying to make sure like I'm still in frame of the camera. I know some people have the one that tracks you, but then I always hear those ones are like hard to... Here we go. This is double blade time. Alright, here we go. Slow. So much fun. Ugh.
Nice work, Jedi.
You too, Desert Ghost.
They're so cute. The little nicknames for each other. Ooh! Oh, that takedown was crazy. That was cool. But yeah, since I've beat this game on Jedi Grandmaster Flex, some of these ones feel a little bit easier. Oh, I glitched! Oh no! Wait, did I? Oh no, I thought I did. I thought I like went through the wall.
The Empire had no
Nice, Marin. That was sick.
Good. We must never learn what the path was here.
Okay, where are we going? This way, okay. There are like collectibles and stuff that I know I missed, but I can come back for those later. For now, for the stream... Excuse me! For the stream, I want to be invested in the story and really enjoy my time here, so... Nice. Alright. Fun fact, Palpatine wanted to erase all knowledge and love for the Jedi. He went so far as to order stormtroopers to forcefully enter people's homes and destroy their toys of the Jedi. That's interesting. I actually didn't know that part. Oh, the double takedown! Let's go! Ah, Marin is so cool. I love that they make her like a badass in her own right, and not just like riding Cal's like wave in a way. Like she has her own thing. But yeah, that sounds like an Emperor thing to do, honestly. And I'm sure you probably knew this if you're like a fan of the Force Unleashed games too. But Sam Witwer voiced both Starkiller and the Emperor, at least in the first one. I don't know if the Emperor had any voice lines in the second one.
Do you trust me?
Of course. What are you up to?
No time to explain. Do you trust me?
Yes.
Finally! I liked her ever since the first game. She was really charming.
Was that for love?
No. Hurry.
That's a line right there. No, that was for me. She said, "You're mine, boy." Okay, this part is ape. You got. Please pay attention. Bro is basically flying, dude. Like, what? Yep, they fly now. Stupid. Jedi fly now. God, man. You know, say what you will about the way this game launched. I know I did. I also am not a fan. Because it was pretty buggy and stuff. But, God. The designers and, like, the people who are making it, they really did know what they were doing. Like, this is amazing, dude. This is the kind of stuff that makes me fall in love with Star Wars, like the Battle of Yavin, and like this kind of bombast and like spectacle. Bro, this Jedi is flying, like, are you serious? And scaling the drill, slicing off its limbs.
Nice one, Cal.
Don't thank me yet.
Having fun?
What? You're not?
You're not. I like having to like aim for those things too. God, look at Cal, bro.
We can't keep this
Look
up.
at us, dude, the dynamic duo.
I need an opening.
Oh my gosh. Bro's actually flying.
Nowhere left to run.
Then we stand together.
Dude, she shattered that thing. Bro. That is insanely hype, dude.
It's a big one.
Right behind you.
Dathomir magic is busted. Nah, it is. I don't know. I don't care what anyone says. Marin is a little bit OP, but not enough to be like no one will ever beat Starkiller. I don't think anybody would even debate that, or like a Legends Luke. But oh my gosh, Marin is like insane, dude. And I really like that, like, after coming together in, like, their love for each
How did you
other,
do that?
that was the
Ritual
moment.
I learned when I returned to Dathomir. It is taxing.
You okay?
I am fine.
Come on. Let's get these coats to see her.
Bro's probably so hyped because they just kissed for the first time. I mean, shoot, I would be too, bro. God, the adrenaline pumping through Cal's veins right now must be insane. Do you think current Star Wars media like The Acolyte have good development for its female characters? I haven't seen The Acolyte yet. I want to eventually. I know I will eventually. But I treat Star Wars stuff like how I treat most stuff. I try not to ever see everything. Because I feel like some of the arguments that some people have about certain things are stemmed more from the fact that they see all of it. And it's frustrating because that doesn't like invalidate their criticisms. But like for me, a good example is like the MCU. A lot of people have started to criticize how the MCU uses a lot of the same kind of humor. And that's fine. Like, excuse me, I'm not saying their criticism is just flat out wrong. But like someone like me enjoys the MCU way more because I never watched every single little thing. I still haven't watched the Thor movies because Thor's just not really my guy. Oh, I did watch Ragnarok. But like the Iron Man movies, I didn't watch them till way later because Iron Man just wasn't my guy when I was a kid. I watched the Miss Marvel show, but I didn't watch Moon Knight until I watched it with my girlfriend. I didn't watch Loki. I started it recently, and I know some people might be saying, like, how have you not watched the X, Y, and Z? But, like, I just watched the ones that already interest me. So for stuff like Star Wars, like, I watched The Mandalorian, and I watched, like, the Obi-Wan show, but I didn't watch The Acolyte yet. And I didn't watch Book of Boba Fett and stuff like that, because I don't feel the need to watch every single Star Wars thing that comes out. Unless it comes to, like, the movies and stuff, where it really is kind of like, hey, you should at least watch all the movies. But yeah. So really quickly, Marion will remain in the desert. Okay, yeah, that's cool. So I can just... This is one cool thing, too, about Jedi Survivor, and a lot of modern games in general, they're really good at, like, letting you explore stuff at your own pace. Like, right now, it's kind of funny, because if you think about the story too much, it's like, there is no logical reason why Cal would not immediately be going to Seer and everybody else at the base right after Brother Armias literally died. But... the game is allowing me the opportunity to just explore, because that's what I feel like doing right now. And I'm always a fan of when games do that, because, yeah, we should have that choice. We should be able to explore at our own pace, find things. Because, like, over here, there's a little safe spot. Oh, and more Empire. But what I want... I got spooked. No one saw that. No one saw me get spooked. In fact, I would argue I was pretty brave the whole time. K3 Vindicator grip. Ooh, this is another cool thing. Should I let chat pick my whole... No, I won't let chat pick my whole outfit. But what I will let you do is I'll let you pick a color. Pick, like, a color scheme. It could be, like, tan, beige, gray, red, blue, whatever. Pick a color scheme, and I'll try to design Cal around that color. Because that's another thing I love about this game. People said that, and I also agreed, in the first Jedi game, Jedi Fallen Order, it was pretty limited, but in Jedi Survivor, the sequel, like, your customization is... you can do a lot to... Like, I mean, just as an example, these are just hairstyles. And I'm going to keep his hair and stuff the same. I'll just change his clothes from, like, chat's recommendation on, like, whatever color you want it to be. But, like, every single piece of clothing has, like, multiple kinds of colors. There's, like, different vibes. Like, I know when I went to Illum in the first game, I wanted to, like, wear snowy, like, cold kind of weather stuff. Or, like, right now, I picked this outfit because it feels... like something that makes sense for the desert. He has the little pack, and in, like, my role-playing in my head, he has water and stuff in there. But I have the sleeves rolled up, but he still has the pants because he has to have, like, his holster and stuff for all the gear that he has. But there's, like, armor kind of stuff, and, like, more... He has his scrapper outfit and everything. So cool. I think the MCU humor oversaturates the movies, so that serious moments are abruptly downplayed with jokes moments later. I've seen people make that argument before. I can't think of any examples, like, off the top of my head, but I can imagine, like, moments where, like, Iron Man did that as, like, an example. Like in Civil War, he would be talking about, like, to Black Widow, like, right before he recruited Spider-Man. I can, like, imagine. Like I said, I don't have any specific examples in my head, so I can't say for sure. But yeah, that's... I feel like... that feels like a valid criticism. But I'm wondering what I should do with Cal right now, because I kind of want to change him out of this outfit. He's had it for a while. I could just do the Jedi robes. He does just have the Jedi stuff. Hold on. So we could just do that and, like, pick a color scheme based on it. What's the next mission? So next, right now, I think we're actually going to leave the desert area. So actually, we could see that first. We could see where we're going to go next, and then pick the fit based on, like, that. Based on what the environment there is going to look like. Because I do know... Did I pick this one? No, I picked this one, yeah, because it has, like, the little cape there. Okay. But I think the next one is in, like, a new kind of location. It's not, like... It's funny because I titled this stream, We're Gonna Explore the Desert. But I think the next main story mission is, like, not... It's outside of this planet. But we could, that's why I also wanted to come here as well, to explore like a little bit more, just to see more of it. And uh-oh, yeah. That's one kind of frustrating thing about this game. It will, yeah, there's like a height limit on how far you can go. So even though I was literally right there, it won't let me go all the way down to the bottom.
BD.
It makes me stop at a certain point before it'll let me go. Okay, so I can go back there and get like the secret other stuff a little bit later. I don't really want to do that right now. Oh, this one. I didn't even know this one was here. But yeah, that was one of the best missions in the game, honestly. I love that part. But now we have to go back. It should say it on the little marker here, too. We need to go back to Seer's archive to bring the contact codes to Seer. Yeah, so that's what we have to do next. So we can go with Marin to explore a little more. But what I can do, since I have the dash move, there's like some places like this where I can explore that I couldn't before. Or like... there's like one or two more places where I know I can explore, or like up here. We can explore up in this area because now we have the dash to bridge this gap between these two walls. So we will stay in the desert a little bit longer. Up in my head. Wait. We can. Okay, I knew there was something. Oh, no, no way. What even was that, dude? This always looked a little bit goofy when he did, like, jumping off of the same wall. But it was, I don't know, it was still charming. I liked it. It was funny. Does this lead up to somewhere? Or am I, like, doing an extra thing? Because I could have just ziplined to right there. But I'm trying to... Oh, the little okay, bet. I was like, I knew there was a reason they let me come up here. So this is Force Essence. It gives us either EXP or a health or force increase. I'm hoping I get one of the latter. I don't really want any... Okay, I got an experience point. I shouldn't open my mouth. Oops. That's okay. I do need those, but... This game is one of those games, though, where I do feel like it kind of suffers just a little bit from like a slight oversaturation of the skills. There's so many different kinds of things you can do that it is just a little bit overwhelming. Of like, a lot of times you just end up using your old reliable skill set because you don't have to use everything. You don't have to... you can have just your few skills that you like using, that you're comfortable with, and that's all you need to be comfortable and like beat the game. So a lot of the skills I end up not really using that much just because I don't have to, and it's not the most fun things that I would naturally do anyways. Okay, so I don't want to go... And then I definitely want to come here first. So let's call a mount. Oh my gosh, hi! I forgot about that. Sometimes when you call them out, they'll be like up here instead of... Yeah, see, I literally think it's not even letting me ride this guy up here. Yeah, it doesn't even let me do it. That's so funny. So I have to call him from down here. Hello, Moto. I didn't appreciate the mounts the first time I played this game. I got kind of annoyed by them, and I was like, oh man, like... The game wanted me to feel like I unlocked this cool brand new thing, and it didn't even really... I just didn't use them much myself, but now on this second playthrough where I'm just trying to hurry up and get my collectibles, yeah, these guys are useful. That's a long boy. Bro is tall. Bro has gigantic... Well, they're not thick at all, they're really thin, but bro has massive legs.
Slow down now.
Those legs do go all the way up on this boy. Thank you to everyone who's here. I am a rapper from the High Desert who has an album called The High Desert, exploring Star Wars Jedi Survivors' High Desert. Which is so interesting that it's even called that. Can you ride Rancors? No, which is like very mildly a little tiny bit annoying. I kind of wish you could do that, because I know taking them down in the Force Unleashed games was so much fun.
That's good.
And that's one thing that is just a little bit lacking in this game, honestly. I kind of don't blame the game that much because I know a lot of it is like limitations of how you can animate stuff in modern games, trying to make it more realistic and like how they would move and the kinds of powers that Jedi have. But one of the areas where this game is lacking just a little bit is in the takedowns of the big monsters. There's a couple of highlights, like there's this green alien. I forget what it's called. Hold on, I can check it in the tactical guide. Kobo. Flora and fauna. Here we go. This guy. Yeah, perfect. The Garako. The takedown for this guy is you like do a slice with your lightsaber, you dodge his arm, and then you back grip, like stab him with the lightsaber, and then you force push him off the lightsaber and off of your body. That's a highlight of like the takedowns in this game. Really, really good takedown. But like Starkiller was dashing between the Rancor's legs and slicing it with the lightsaber, then climbing up its back and shocking it with lightning, doing a backflip off of its head while slicing it in half on the way down. Like, Starkiller was just unmatched with his styling on the takedowns. But where I think Cal does do a little better is the single, like, the human takedowns. Like, with the blaster stance, he'll have one where he, like, stabs and then, like, instantly, like, shoots them in the face and stuff like that. Or like with the double-bladed saber, he'll like hit you once, twice, and then like stab you and push you off of the blade or something. The single target, like humanoid takedowns, Cal has Starkiller beat. Even though Starkiller has Cal beat in like literally almost every other category. Okay, I see that in the corner there, but I'm not sure if that's where I can go right now. Starkiller's brutality was a highlight, yeah. I feel like a lot of like the charm and like why that game was cool was because you were allowed to be brutal because you were a Sith. And even when he kind of started turning to the light side and helping the rebellion a little bit, he still wasn't like a Jedi following the code that they were so strictly adhering to in the prequels and stuff like that. So it feels like he had more of that opportunity to be a savage and like to enjoy the Force powers. I mean, I know it's going to sound kind of corny to say and like obvious, but it was called Star Wars The Force Unleashed, and it really did, like I said, it sounds silly, but I mean, it's true. Like, it really did make you feel like you were unleashing the Force in that game because that was the point.
Watch
Oh, it's an
your step,
anchorite.
Jedi.
I love their designs, dude. They look so cool. I always love, like, in any game when there's, like, this idea of, like, the society that came before and, like, a history that you might not know everything about. The Anchorites are a good example in this game, and I love the Precursors in the Jak and Daxter games.
I didn't know there were any Narcus scouting this close to the Empire.
There aren't. And I'm not scouting. Leave me in peace.
I'm not sure why chat keeps doing that. It's really weird. Chat, like, sometimes on my screen on the PlayStation, it will just show up all of the random chats. I'm not sure why it does that. It might be because of, like, a lag spike in my internet or something. I hope it's not too bothersome to you guys.
So what are you doing out here?
Waiting for a gap in the patrols. I'm taking the antiquities from this Wayhouse cache.
Taking them back to the archive?
No. To the Holy City. I'm going to sell them.
Sell them?
We weren't supposed to fight your war, Jedi. But we're paying your price. I'm not going to go the way of Armaius. These relics should be worth enough credits to buy passage off-world.
Listen, if the Empire traces those relics to this region, they might suspect something.
And if they do, look around. The Empire's already here.
What about when they find out you're selling relics from an active Imperial search zone? At best, they'll ask questions. And they can do a lot worse.
I've made up my mind, Jedi. I'm taking these relics.
You will leave the relics here.
I will leave the relics here.
It's a long way to the Holy City. Those relics will only slow you down.
It's a long way to the Holy City. They'll only slow me down.
Damn, dude.
Think I'd better leave it all here. Take the door codes. Do what you want with them. It doesn't matter to me.
All right.
I feel bad too. There's like a certain thing to be said too about like she does have a point where it's like the Empire is here and it can feel pretty useless to like keep fighting in that way. And I know that's just hopelessness getting to her, but it's like that's a pretty casual casualty of war is people's hope. You're just like, what's the point anymore? I mean, shoot, even just like in some people's regular everyday lives, like suffering from depression, they might feel like that. Like, what's the point anymore? So I can't really knock her for feeling that way, but I am glad we were at least able to convince her not to sell the relics there, because literally people will track it back here and discover our specific facilities. Damn, you can mind trick people? Yeah, it's pretty cool in this game. You can use mind trick on enemies in combat, and it's that typical kind of power that's in a whole bunch of video games where it's like, make the enemies attack each other. But that's really cool. And then there's those context-sensitive sequences like that where you can choose what to say. I will say it's pretty basic in the sense that you can't really decide exactly what, like, you can't. It's not like dialogue options where you can pick whether or not he does something. You just pick what he says and how he tries to convince them. But it's kind of cool. It gives you a little semblance of feeling like you get to make your own version of Cal because you get to choose how he convinces someone to do something. So it's not perfect. I kind of wish there would be an instance where you can choose, I don't know, like, do I want to try to convince this person to do the right thing, or do I want to threaten them? And then maybe if you choose to threaten them, you get like a little, like one of the mini-boss characters to come after you or something. Just like little stuff like that would be kind of cool. But it's not necessary. I get why they wouldn't want to do all that. So that is why that was there. Okay, I saw that thing earlier and I knew it was there for a reason. So next, we're going to go to that area over to the side. But first, just to have a little bit of fun, let's take down that ATST. Okay. For this one, we're definitely taking out the double blades. So I confused that enemy, you could see there. Oh no! Okay, and I can use Marin to stun them there. Oh, the combos are crazy with this. With the saber throw to the ooh, and then look, we can have BD1 hack him. Okay, now he's on our side, so now we can all go against the ATST. Oh no! No! God, Marin's magic is powerful. No! Nice. Oh, he just died! Look at his neck! What is that? Oh my god! Look at his neck! Oh my gosh! We actually killed this man. Oh my god. God, that is... Oh, poor dude. I almost feel bad. Bro literally is doing the Family Guy death pose. Oh my gosh. I didn't even have to use a saber on him. That was funny. That was good. That was worth it. That was worth a little detour. Okay. But now we can go through here. We can go through that green thing now. Sith activities, seriously, actually. Like, that was so bad. But yeah, now we can go through here and then explore a little bit more, like, up on the ridges over there. Bro really channeled Starkiller for a second. Oh, this! Okay, so these are force tears. And in this game, this basically acts as, like, little mini challenges that you can do for skill points. So let's do one real quick. One thing I like about these, too, is that in this game,